heartbreak, mistakes, joy, 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 tears, 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 hope, fear, love. If you are a Kendrick Lamar fan, I'm sure you've listened to his latest album, Mr. Morale and Big Steppers. And he starts the album off with the sentence,
I've been going through something.
It's relatable. Yeah. I've been going through something. Kendrick talks about writer's block, and he lists all the days that he has gone through just not being able to write or create because of the pressure of creating.
1,855 days. I've been going through something. Be afraid.
And not that I'm a Pulitzer Prize winning rapper, but I am a creative. I am a theater artist and a writer and somebody who's been going through something, who's been struggling. And for me, that struggle has really been self-doubt about ideas that I felt excited about, but because either I don't have the skill set yet to execute them, or out of just lack of feedback, I start to second guess myself and talk myself out of pursuing those ideas. If you're creative, do you deal with that? Because I'm dealing with it heavy. I'm really dealing with it heavy right now. And even me just saying this on camera is something I pat myself on the back for. I'm proud of myself for being brave and just being able to call a thing, right? With art, so often we see the end product. We see the beautiful ending. We don't see the years of struggle that it took to get to where the project is basically ready to be released, you know? And then when the art is put out there, it's judged just like this. You know, I remember with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, there was a big hoopla over, what's the song where he's arguing with the actress from Zola. You know, like, everybody was into that song for a few days. Then when the stream numbers started to dwindle, there was a certain subsect of hip-hop fans that were calling the album a flop, right? And how can something flop after 3-4 days? And for me, a lot of that deals with just the anxiety that I have as an artist, how I could be super diligent in putting myself out there and working really hard, but then it can just be ill-received just like this. And can, essentially, depending on who's the person who's putting their opinion out there. And that is something that's really tough for me to reconcile. So, say all that to say this. This is the subject of the video rather than the other 3 or 4 videos that I had planned prior to this, 2 of which I've shot. I think that right now where my head is just on creative process and chronicling whatever that creative process is for me. And I'm redefining or re-expanding what my definition of creativity is. You know, I do theater. I'm primarily a playwright and a theater producer. And in theater, literally as a producer, the focus is on product, you know, selling a final product of a show to audience members. And I'm not in that headspace right now. I'm more of in a process space. And I think what I'm going to shift to doing, at least on YouTube, is sharing my creative process for what I'm working on and what I'm experimenting with, so that hopefully that can shed some of the pressure of having a fancy, shiny product to present to people. One idea that I have is basically sharing what are the creative things that I've done all week, because creativity is not just writing, it's not just poetry. I find creativity in everything. I find creativity in fashion. I also find creativity in cooking, in drawing, and interior design, and working on my garden, on my plants, makeup, everywhere. So really trying to chart what are the creative things that I've done and share them. And hopefully that will help me get out of this funk so that I won't be going through something, as K-Dot says, right? So I hope that you'll enjoy the things that I have to share that I've done this week. And yeah, I'll continue to share as long as it feels like folks are interested in it.
always talk about the fashion, honey. We gotta talk about the fashion.
Hey y'all, I am showing y'all my outfit of the day. So I'm wearing a fedora from Amazon, hoop, gold earrings from a jewelry, a sapphire necklace from my mother, my wedding ring, and a stacked two-tone ring. The top is Celine. It's one of my favorite garments. It's a linen top, and it has a wrap that goes around it, and I could cinch it at the waist, and I just love it. I feel like Janet Jackson every time I wear it. And then I'm wearing shorts from Tahari, and I'm actually wearing Jack Martens today because it's rainy and it was wet this morning. And the socks are Polo, Argyle socks. Stolen from my dad. Stolen / gifted. I used to live on compliments. So if somebody had something positive to say about me, I used whatever that positive thing was to define my self-perception, what I felt good about in myself. But I'm learning that if you buy into every positive thing people say about you, you also have to buy into every negative thing they have to say about you as well. So now I stick to how I feel. What I feel about me. As much as compliments make me feel good temporarily, how I feel about me is what's permanent and what I have to deal with before I go to sleep and when I wake up. So I buy into my own perception more than anyone else's now. Music and I intertwine like deoxyribonucleic acid, every memory double helixed with a playlist. Talking drums are in my genes, so when I hear songs, I time leap. Music moves me through generations. Frustration, heartbreak, mistakes, joy, 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 tears, 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 hope, fear, love, spirituality. Music shifts my hips and energy. It heals me like poetry. Hey y'all, these cicadas loud as hell, ain't they? I wanted to show you my outfit of the day real quick. I'm wearing a chambray button-up denim shirt from J. Crew. The camisole, I believe, is from Target. If not Target, maybe Forever 21 from back in the day. These shorts are from Sierra Leone. They're handmade. They were a gift from my sister-in-law who is from there. The belt is Prada. I've been rocking this belt because it's cinchable, and I've lost weight over the last year, and all my belts are too big except for this one. And then the shoes I'm rocking are Reebok, and let me show you the whole outfit. Here the echinacea looks like it's getting ready to flower. This joint is like taller than me now. Look, it's growing under the mulberry tree. Multiple things with echinacea which I plan to harvest and make more tea out of. So I have a tendency to overcommit myself, especially as a freelance artist. And I saw a piece of advice online that I found to be really helpful. Basically, when somebody offers you an opportunity a few months down the line or next year or whenever, think about, if I had to start this opportunity next week, would I be able to do it, or would it just push my schedule into overdrive? Because generally we tend to be the same amount of busy throughout the year or from season to season. You know, in a dream world, we imagine that, you know, I could clear my schedule 3 months from now. I could, you know, shift my obligations so I could do this thing. But generally our lives don't work that way. We tend to be a similar amount of busy. So it's helped me. Hopefully that helps somebody. When someone approaches you with something, think, what if I had to start next week, would I be able to do it? If the answer is no, say no.